what I think is the secret on how to improve as a goalkeeper. No shells, basically a professional.
Session should take around an hour and a half.
You simply can't train just to train. What's going on, guys, and welcome to a brand new vlog. And in today's vlog we are going to talk about what I think is the secret on how to improve as a goalkeeper. Anyway, just woke up, gonna eat some breakfast now, so starving. No shells, basically a professional. For breakfast today, I'm having 2 sandwiches, scrambled eggs on top of them, and then a glass of juice on the side. Today I'm going to do 2 sessions. First, I'm going to get to the gym, and then me and a few friends are going to meet up at the pitch and have a football session. We'll see though how the weather holds up, because I've heard that it's going to rain today, and as you can see, the clouds, it looks like rain is coming. I'm not going to spend any unnecessary time here at home. I'm going to get straight to the gym right now. But first, we gotta switch to the GoPro. And there we go. Let's go. Shoes already inside. Yep. Water bottle. Move it from one bag, the football bag, to the gym bag. Check. Close the gym bag and ready to go. Forgot my headphones. Gotta get all the way up and all the way down. Take 2. Clock is around 11 a.m. Session should take around an hour and a half. Did legs 2 days ago, completely dead. Did the Nordic hamstring and feel some really nice soreness in the hamstrings. I can't walk properly. When I got back from England, teams here in Sweden went on a summer break around that time. So when I got home, I took 1 week off, break, relax, recovery, all of that. And then now back at it again. Hard work, intensity, improvement. Alright, session done. Exactly 1.5 hours, as I said before. Good session, that one. It's a bit of hypertrophy, so focus is slow reps and with lighter weights, more repetitions. Alright, gonna pick up a package right now. A delivery from Unisport. Let's open up and see what's inside. Destroyed the whole box. A football. I was going to order like 4 or 5 of them, but they only had one left in size 5, 700, and it was 50% sales. So I got it for 350. Good deal, to be fair. Rain is definitely coming this afternoon. For lunch today we're having some leftover potato grain, and then I found 2 sausages in the fridge, and that will pretty much be it. Not a lot, but we're training in around an hour. Forgot to do the dishes this morning. Not good. I thought that after the training session I am going to talk about what I started the video with, telling you what I think is the secret to improve as a goalkeeper. I strongly believe that what I'm going to tell you is the best way to improve. New football fixed, now let's go to the pitch. Had to go back up again to get the rain jacket. As I've said this whole day, I think rain is coming, but we might actually avoid it, hopefully, fingers crossed. Or I suppose it is a bit nice training in the rain. What do you prefer, rain or sun? Here at the pitch right now, waiting for the other guys, and then we're gonna get started with a good football session. An okay session. Wasn't the best, but wasn't the baddest either. Feel as though I'm very tired in my body right now. We'll see what I will do tomorrow. At the end of the day, you want to be able to perform better on match day, and to be able to perform better on games, you must face the same situations in training that can happen in a game. You see, when a situation happens in a game, you have to take a decision before you know which action to do, right? If you look up on YouTube goalkeeping training and click on the first video, you're probably gonna see some inside training from England or some other Premier League team. Most of the time you'll see premeditated shots, volleys into the hands. I'm not trying to argue with this, I'm just trying to put it in another perspective. Firstly, you see them doing all of them volleys catches, but I have never ever seen in a game a catch from a volley from the 6 yard box. Never. Do you remember in Champions League final a few years back when Karius made that drop through his hands? He's a great keeper, obviously playing at the top. However, the thing with that shot is, I think it was Bale, I can't remember, I'm trying to recreate it in my head right now, but it was from outside the box, curling in towards him, being able to catch that, and that's not a volley from 5 meters in front of you, perfect volley backspin into your hands. That's a shot from a striker trying to beat you and putting some knuckleball or spin on it. And as I said before, you want to be able to perform as good as possible, right? So shouldn't you be working on shots that can happen in a game rather than perfect shots to look sharp? I want to look good on games and I want to make the mistakes in training. Obviously mistakes will always happen in game. You can't like get away with that. You'll always make mistakes. Having someone trying to beat you is also very important because the strikers won't be nice to you. They will do everything they can in order to score on you. And it's not only about like hard shots, it's also about like trying to curl it around you, chip you, seeing if your position is wrong. At the end of the day, I think it's more important to work on game realistic situations where you have to take decisions all the time. Obviously, if you're new to goalkeeping, you can do the basic drills in order to like learn how to dive properly, have your hands when catching, but at some point you have to move away from that. Like this, volleys, this, turning, volley, this. When will that happen in a game? Oh, it looks good, yeah, it does, but it sounds good as well, yeah? But it doesn't happen in a game, does it? I always did some like premeditated shots and stuff like that, so... But I think that goalkeeping training has to evolve, and especially the older you get. You have to move away from the so-called basics and now trying to implement more game realistic things. And not make it harder by adding 500 cones and 300 hurdles and doing backflips, upper 90s. In a training session, you should expose yourself to what can actually happen in a game. And then if you find something technically that you struggle with, give that 5-10 minutes after the session. But in the session, in the goalkeeping session, try to replicate the game as much as possible so you constantly have to take decisions, which in a football match, you know that you constantly take decisions. The purpose of training should always be to get better. Don't fall into the trap of going through the motions. And the problem with premeditated shots is just that. You're just going through the motions. You know where the ball is coming, so you just go for that ball. You don't have to think, you don't have to react, you don't have to take decisions, you're just going through the motion. You simply can't train just to train. You must train to perform better in games. So therefore, I would say train the way the game is played. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm talking rubbish, but that's what I'm thinking right now. Obviously, I got the idea from training over at England with the modern day GK, because everything we did was trying to replicate the game as much as possible. And once again, I'm just trying to put it in perspective. I'm not trying to arguing with anything. By the way, rain never came today. The bolognese was made yesterday by my sister, and it's only us two home right now. Mom and dad are in Croatia, so we're trying to like make food that we can easily, like this, making a lot of bolognese and then being able to save it and then just cook some pasta. Honestly, starving right now. The thing I want to just clarify that the problem I see with the goalkeeping training today is that it's not replicating what can happen in a game. Obviously, everyone wants to perform better. Shouldn't you be training as you're playing? The shots that can happen in a game, shouldn't you be facing them in a training session as well? Anyway, let's leave that theme right away. I'm going to prep some overnight oat for breakfast tomorrow. Very simple recipe: some Greek yogurt, oat obviously, milk, preferably almond milk, but that's not what I got home right now. honey, and then for topping, I'm always enjoying raspberries. You can have protein powder in this as well, but I don't like the taste of it. I would rather have a protein shake by the side. Sun is falling and the day is coming towards an end. Sounded like that came straight out of Lord of the Rings. If you haven't already, like, subscribe, all of that, and I will see you in the next week's episode. Have a great week. See ya.